Yo, what up? It's your boy Luke, and today in this video I wanted to talk about the new skill, or not really new skill, but revised skill. It's Mountain Crash. Now, Mountain Crash for Berserker is actually a viable skill now. It's pretty legit and can be used over Chain Sword. And yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. So the reason why you would want to use Mountain Crash over Chain Sword is Mountain Crash got buffed, and it is now a counter skill. This counter skill is super fast. Execution is almost instant. Look at this. Boom. Right? Now, not the flinging part, but the small AoE. Let me just take that tripod off just to illustrate the point. Let me take this off. Boom. It's a pretty big AoE, and it will do a counter. One of the tripods also got reworked as well. As you can see, the first tripod damage amplification, it now gives 6% more damage to your whole party, or on the foe. The foe will take 6% more damage for 10 seconds, and this is very good because it kind of gives Zerk a new kind of synergy skill other than your Red Dust, which got the party nerf. But now you can use both of them in conjunction. And now you might be saying, well, Red Dust, if you have enough CDR, cooldown reduction, you can have Red Dust almost 100% uptime with the damage amplification tripod, right? The 6% for 16 seconds. But the thing is, you want to save Red Dust when you have, at least two big skill to use it with, because your attack power is going to be up 24% when you use this skill. So when you're doing your full rotation, blah blah blah, your Red Dust is going to be up to use, but maybe some of your skills are not going to be ready to use. So that's when Mountain Crash's first tripod comes in handy. You're going to have 100% uptime with this damage amplification for your whole party. 6%, that is really huge. And of course, the 6% can stack with other classes, just like, for example, Sork or maybe a Gun Lancer. They all have, damage down, damage amplification, synergy skills like that. Mountain Crash also gives the attack speed percent, just like Chain Sword does, but the only thing that is lacking is the crit rate that Chain Sword gives. But to be honest, this crit rate that Chain Sword gives is so insignificant because it's for 3 seconds, which is basically only one skill. If you're lucky, you can get like 2 skills in, maybe a Tempest slash into a Sword Storm, because those are basically instant. But anything that is charging or anything that's pretty slow, like Hellblade or even your Z skill, your Finish Strike, you can only fit in one skill. And to be honest, that crit rate on that one skill is pretty insignificant, especially if you're going to go a crit build on your Berserk. And obviously the biggest ERP that I have with Chain Sword or using Chain Sword, it is so slow and so unintuitive. Like, this one has like a really long charging time. Of course, you can get like a tripod, I think, that gives it more speed, which is this one, I think, nimble movement. But then of course you would lose your 15% crit, and basically it would just be the same as Mountain Crash. And so if you're running the pretty standard tripods, Mountain Crash's instant will be really good in this meta. And the current meta is just Valtan or Valtan Hard. And basically in that dungeon or that raid, you're going to be countering a lot. And Mountain Crash is very trusty. I urge you to try it out. It's going to save you so many times, and you're going to be like, wow, I can actually counter on a Zerk. Because Chain Sword, you cannot counter. It's really hard. And another cool thing about Mountain Crash is that it does like an AoE surrounding attack. So even if you are facing the wrong way, or you're facing, not directly at the boss who's about to counter you, you can still hit that counter attack. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and do this practice here. And I'm going to face backwards. I can still counter like that. It's super easy. And it's a pretty big AoE too, so you can kind of stay back a little bit and do an AoE like that. Super intuitive and super easy to do. And so yeah, that's all the points I have to explain why Mountain Crash is really good. Let me iterate again. It has the damage amplification, which you can keep up 100% uptime with your Red Dust, plus your Mountain Crash. It's a 12-second skill. Mountain Crash is 12-second skill and a debuff for 10 seconds. So any kind of CDR will make this basically 100% uptime, and you don't have to time it with Red Dust, because you kind of want to save Red Dust for your big skills. So Mountain Crash you can just keep using over and over and get that permanent 6% damage increase to your whole entire party. That's pretty awesome. And the second point is the current meta is Valtan right now, and Valtan is going to be super hard to deal with when he's countering all the time, and Mountain Crash is just going to be instant and significantly better than Chainsword, unless you use the first tripod of Chainsword here and you get the nimble movement, which is pretty fast, but yeah, but then Chainsword and Mountain Crash would just be the exact same kind of counter skill or have the same feel, but Mountain Crash would have the 6% damage amplification. So yeah, consider changing to Mountain Crash for your Berserker, and you're gonna have an awesome time countering. And that's all for the video. Thanks for watching.